All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What's happening, Boom fam? How you guys doing
What's up,
today?
bro?
What's up, bro? How you
We got the
doing?
same background.
We do. Look at that. Which is pretty interesting because we have three different goal zone backgrounds to choose from,
Yep.
and we chose the same one. That's what I'm talking about. How's Cali? Early.
Good. Yes, it's early. Yep.
Mark is visiting the fam in California for the next couple of weeks. And so for him,
Oh,
flight school is going to
days.
be
Gonna be back July 8th.
crack of dawn. Crack
Yep.
of dawn. All right. How's everybody doing? Look at you beautiful people. Let's go cameras. Let's go cameras. What's up, James? How you doing, bro? Good to see you, Mr.
Doing
Riddick.
marvelous, T. Gray. How you doing there, Mark? Safe travels to you and having
Yes.
a great day. What about yourself?
Man, same.
You bring you
Absolutely.
brought the energy.
Absolutely. Herb, Mr. Everywhere Grant. What's up, brother? How you doing? What's up, Ron Petty? How are you, brother? You doing all right? Good. Good to see you, man. Awesome.
I'm doing good, Tigray. How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing great. We're doing great. Yvonne, you got breakfast for everybody? Where's mine? Where's mine? I'm over here. Oh, that looks good too. Come on, girl.
Uh,
Oh, you killing me. Oh, I've got none of that. Man. Okay, you enjoy it. Or as what does Anna say? Bon appetit. Dorcas, what's up, beautiful? How are you today?
Great, T. Gray. How about yourself, sir? And Mark, glad
Absolutely
you're with family.
wonderful.
Enjoy.
yes. Yep.
Good to see you. Brenda, what's happening?
Good
How are you?
morning. How are you guys doing?
Good. Brenda, do you go to
Fantastic.
sleep all made up, hair done, just everything, just you just like sleep like that, wake up like
No,
that?
no.
Uh,
Oh my God. I mean, she's over there like Beyonce. I woke up like this.
No, I do wake up at 4 o'clock, so
Oh my God, Lord, no,
yep.
please,
I'm a morning
please,
person.
not four. I am trying to get to five, but
Oh,
I have
okay.
no aspirations of getting up at four.
Yep.
All right, none, zero. Yvette, are you on the other side of the table as Yvonne? So you're eating the same good stuff? Man, y'all needed to make a place for a brother. Absolutely, man. Where's my plate, girl? Like, I figured one of the twins would look out for me, right? But I got to come to Minnesota in order to do that, right? That's a problem. Topsy, my girl, what's happening? How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm also eating, I'm afraid.
Well, that's okay. I'm just gonna settle for my coffee for now and I'll eat afterwards. But it's so good to see each and every one of you. And then I see the rest of my friends who don't have the camera on, but that's okay. Cynthia, what's happening? How are you? Angel, what's going on? Michelle, Driss is in the house. Edson from D-Town, what's happening, bro? Are you in an airport?
Oh, I'm wrapping up my workout. T
Oh,
Gray.
you're doing your workout. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Mine's coming
sorry
up
about that,
after
guys.
this. Good job. Good job, man. Absolutely. Swole brother number one over there. What's up, Jackie Phillips? How you doing? Hope you're doing fantastic. We have you good? That's good. I'm sorry. I didn't give you a chance to talk and say it. I'm sorry. Uh, Diamond, Trey Harris. What's up, bro? How are you? Good to see you on here. And just pop on anytime. Michelle says she's going to be on camera in just a minute. Larry, what's happening? Mari Jaworski, what's going on? Sean Muhammad. Vonnie, what's happening? Nika, my love, what's going on? Jerry, what's going on with you, brother? Who else do we have? Lynn, good to see your smiley face. Marilyn, and I think that's mostly everybody. So that's good. Hey, you guys, if you don't have your camera on, it'd be great if you can get that camera on or get yourself ready to get a camera because guess what? There is a breakout session today. There is a breakout session today. And we've got a great training for you today. I think you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be valuable, all that kind of great stuff. So, Marky Mark,
Yes, sir.
lead us out of the gates. What do we got? We start with our disclaimer because everything is about making money. You can make money here. We just can't guarantee how much you're going to make because we can't guarantee how much you're going to do. All right. That's our disclaimer. We're sticking to it. What's next, Mark? Now, Mark, time out. Wait. Did you guys see Mark's email this week?
Yes.
Did anybody notice anything about that email?
Yes.
Did anybody notice anything? Listen. Where's that email at? Where is it?
Yep.
Where is that email? Let me pull up my email. I don't know if you guys read. Oh, actually, it's everywhere. It's in the messages too, right?
Yes.
It's the same. Did anybody notice that this thing rhymed? Did anybody like read it? And then you realize it was like it rhymes to the tune of Ice Ice Baby. Did y'all notice that? Did you notice that, Angel?
Yep.
So like you look, it says, stop, collaborate, and listen. Part 3's here with a brand new mission. Flight School's back and we're in position to help you grow with focus, precision, content that pops, leads the flow, time to show up and steal. I mean, Mark wrote this thing. Way to go, Mark.
Hey, T Gray.
I'm reading your email and I'm like, doom, 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 doom.
T Gray. T Gray. I'm looking at it right now.
You see it, right?
Yeah, I see it right now. It's cool. It is.
So, now I've got a surprise.
And I know the inspiration for this was how many of you guys were on HB's event last weekend? So on Saturday morning, we're getting everything ready, right? And so it's just us boys in there and we're jamming. And we got Vanilla Ice came on and I'm like, oh, crank it up. And they turned it up and the bass is totally bumping. And so we're like jamming, like, yeah, doom, 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 right? And then all of a sudden we hear crash. And
show them the picture.
And we stop the music and we're like, what happened? Like, we're like, did we break a monitor or something? And let's see if I'm trying to see if I can find it real fast, how fast I can find it, Mark.
Okay.
But in any event, bottom line is, you know that hourglass with the blue sand that HB likes to, well, it was on a cutout nook and the bass vibrated it off the ledge. And yeah, Dorcas is like, oh my God, right? Yeah, Dorcas, it was like that. It was one of those moments. Okay, I found it. Hold on. Apple technology. I'm gonna airdrop it.
That was some mean bass for that to move.
Oh man, and it was loud. It was loud. We would Dorcas, listen, Linda. Look at us. How you like it? You see that?
Yes.
Dorcas.
Wow, that's ugly.
And we blamed it on Mark and George.
T Gray.
Wow.
No, we blamed it on Vanilla Ice.
Yes, we did. We blamed it on Vanilla Ice.
We blamed it on Vanilla Ice.
All right.
Holton came and we were like, Vanilla Ice broke your vase.
Your vase. Ooh, you are in so much trouble.
We're like, ooh, I'm telling. So anyway, that was the inspiration for Mark. All right, bro. What do you got for us? I think you got something up your sleeve.
Yes, I do.
Besides your arms.
Scroll, stop, and post it. Spark the scroll. DMs lit up like you're on a roll. Reels with hooks. Captions tight. Burning cold leaves. Warm overnight. No more guesswork. No more doubt. We're showing you how to map it out. Ice, ice, baby. Content that lands. Ice, ice, baby. Right in their hands. Hop in the chat. We're building it daily. WhatsApp hot. The vibe is crazy. Telegram too. Don't miss a beat. Fire in the group. The squad's elite. No lone wolves here. Just crew and hustle. Plugged in deep. This ain't no puzzle. Ice, ice, baby. We move to community. Ice, ice, baby. That's our community. Try a chargeback. That's risky behavior. That's not how we roll. Respect your favor. Terminate fast. We don't play soft. Get removed quick if you pop off. Protect the house. Protect the crew. You already know what we do. Ice, ice, baby. No shady play. Ice, ice, baby. Lead the right way. Using your card for someone else? Better follow steps. Don't hurt yourself. Fill out the form. It's easy to do. Stay protected, smart and true. One wrong move and it's goodbye. Keep it official. Don't even try. Ice, ice, baby. And play it smart. Ice, ice, baby. Protect your part. Don't send funds. It's not the move. Thinking you're helping and you might lose. Scammers out there are playing games. Don't let them torch your good name. It sounds off. It probably is. Keep your cash. Protect your biz. Ice, ice, baby. Guard your stack. Ice, ice, baby. We've got your back. Switching teams, that's not okay. You'll be terminated the same day. Cancel, re-enroll. It ain't legit. Don't mess around or throw a fit. We grow strong where we get placed. Try to hop, you'll get erased. Ice, ice, baby. Loyalty's key. Ice, ice, baby. Build with integrity. YouTube's live. Lessons stay lit. Rank up's got it every bit. No excuses. Learn at your pace. Tools in demand in one safe place. Ice, ice, baby. Press play and grow. Ice, ice, baby. Now you know. Lessons on fire. YouTube's the lane. From mindset to moves that help you gain. Rank up loaded. It's all right there. Learn on demand anywhere. Ice, ice, baby. Replay the win. Ice, ice, baby. Press play again. Click the vids. Grab the link. Send out faster than you can blink. Profit Snatchers doing big things. Testimonies flying with digital wings. Prospects say, I'm in. Just from real people sharing a win. Ice, ice, baby. Share your gold. Ice, ice, baby. Watch your stories unfold. Gotta win, keep it low. Send it in and let it show. Video clips or screenshots too. We want to hear success from you. Trade Buddy wins, elevate gains. All around these moments, build our lanes. Ice, ice, baby. Your story sells. Ice, ice, baby. Ring those bells. Mark your charts. It's crypto time. Bitcoin's moving and it trends in line. Coach Diana, she breaks it down. From wallet tips to bullish crown. Every Saturday, the insight's real. Mindset sharp with long-term zeal. Ice, ice, baby. Stack that coin. Ice, ice, baby. It's time to join. Mark your calendar twice a month. We gather strong. America's crew is where you belong. Knowledge drops, strategies flow. Come prepared to learn and grow. Set your clock. Don't miss the beat. Profit snatchers can't be beat. Ice, ice, baby. Strategies tight. Ice, ice, baby. Wednesday night. Mark the date. It's go time, friend. Flight school's coming. Don't pretend. Saturday's hot. We launch and rise with strategy, fire, and leader vibes. Ice, ice, baby. June 28th. Ice, ice, baby. We elevate.
In the immortal words of Denzel Washington, my man. Let's give it up for Mark. That's what I'm talking about. Ice, ice, baby. Elevate.
Ice, baby. Nice.
Hey, Marky Mark.
Exactly. Now all he needs is a funky bunch.
No, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, awesome. Hey, and I just want to say welcome to everybody who joined us in flight school. We're gonna have a great time today. We got a great training for you. We're almost there. Mark, I think we got like 1 or 2 slides. Let's do it.
Yes.
There's Diamond TR. What's up? He said, does somebody bet him to do that? No, actually, last week we all said he had to do it. He had to.
Yes. Yes.
He
He did.
actually 2 weeks ago we
Did.
said he had to do it. So he came
Yep.
through with the raps, spitting fire, dropping bars, spitting bars. All right, folks, it's the goal zone. It's the 28th. This is the closeout weekend. I can't wait till we get you guys rocking on closeout weekends. But here's what we're doing. We're driving massive volume. We're focused on income producing activities. We're following up like crazy people. We're the Bam Fam crew. It's like bedrock around here. Bam, 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 fam, right? And we're looking at all the people who've seen a presentation but didn't decide yet, the folks who need to upgrade. We're depth charging and we're helping people rank advance. And because we do it right, we can drive 3 to 4 times the volume in the last 10 days of the month. All right, what's next?
Trade Buddy PS20, week of 6/23 through 6/27. Gold, 7 trades, 6 wins, 1 loss, max pips, 1,100. Win rate, 86%. Profit per 1 lot traded, 11,383. GJ, 10 trades, 6 wins, 4 losses. Max pips 336, win rate 60%, profit per 1 lot traded 2,344. UCAD 4 trades, 4 wins, 0 losses, 153 max pips, 100% win rate, profit per 1 lot traded $1,126. 16 wins, 5 losses, 82% win rate, max pips 1,589.
You know, whenever I see that, I mean, if you traded a 1 lot trade on this, that's 15K you could have made. 86%. I got to tell you what that makes me want to say. It makes me want to say this. Oh, hold on. Stop. Hold on. It makes me want to say this.
Damn!
You are too much, T. Gray.
Dorcas' face is just. You never know what's going to happen on flight school. You never know. You never know what's. You just. No. We got to say this. You guys got to see it again. You guys got to see it again. Hold on.
Damn!
Come on, 86%. 86%? Come on, man. That's like, damn, wow, right? Angel is like, oh my God, we have lost it. We are off the rails. This is true. This is true, my love. We are.
Yep. T. Gray goes off the rails always.
We are. What rails are there? Rails? Were there ever rails? All right, let's get down to our training for today, everybody. Today is this the last part of our social media training. And by the way, guys, how have you guys enjoyed the first couple of parts? Has that been helpful? I want to get some feedback before we dive in. Has that been helpful? Tell me. I just want to hear just a couple of people open their mic and tell us how their social media strategy and execution has been impacted or improved by the trainings that we've done over the past couple of weeks. Don't all speak at once.
Okay, this is me. Can you hear me?
Yes, Miss Brenda.
It's been very helpful for me. I've engaged more with my Facebook, and I've gotten quite a few response. And with my LinkedIn, I start to engage more with those professionals, and I've gotten some response from LinkedIn, so I got to go follow up with a couple people on there. So it's been very helpful just to get out there and, don't take it personal, just, respond. Because some of the people on my LinkedIn, I hadn't talked to in a while, but I responded to them. They said, and one lady said, "Hey, I haven't heard from you in a while. How have you been?" And so we started conversating. I was like, "Oh, okay." And so I had to realize to just go ahead and keep posting and just keep commenting on people's posts. And that's something I wasn't consistent in doing. So this has helped me to say, "Hey, I gotta stay consistent in my social media." So I have times I set up to post like 2 times a day, 6 a.m. and 3 p.m. and check it at 6. I usually check them, try to check them at those times as well. Then I also want to post 3 times a week. So
Nice.
I won't get totally thrown off and not post. So if I do it for 3 times a week, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, or Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday, I just want to set up a time where I'm going to post. I haven't quite got to where you say you can how can you I haven't
You
got there.
you can schedule your
Schedule a
posts.
post. Yeah, I'm learning how to schedule posts, so I have to learn how to do that. So, but it's been very helpful for me. So,
I'm so proud of you, Brenda. You just made my heart smile with that. I'm just excited about that. And that's good. I mean, you got a schedule, you're getting results. I just absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And let me so Brenda, why don't you take a look at Google looking for Meta Business Suite.
Google
Meta Business Suite, and it's free. Take a look at that. Learn how to use it.
Okay.
By the way, here's my trick, how I learned to do anything that I don't know how to do. I no longer rack my brain and get intimidated and all that stuff. I just go to ChatGPT and I say,
Oh,
give me step-by-step instructions on how to use Meta Business Suite like I'm 5. And it's amazing. It will tell you how to use it.
okay.
Okay, but awesome, because then what you can do, Brent, is you can schedule, you can like take like say Sunday afternoon, and you can create all your posts for the week, schedule them to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then now you don't have to worry about posting. You can just have your schedule that you go to check on things.
Oh,
You know,
got you. Okay, then. Okay.
yeah, that'll make your life a little easier.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But one of the things that I appreciate is that about what you shared is that you've clearly now transitioned to where your social media is more of a business, right? Because for some people, it's just entertainment, right? All they're doing is they're in what's called the doom scroll,
Oh, yes.
right?
Yes.
But for professionals and people who are very serious about their business, their social media is an extension of their business. And that's what I'm hearing you say, and I like that a whole bunch.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome, awesome. Who else? Anybody else?
Hey, Tigger, I try, man, if I
Hey,
can.
what's up, brother?
Hey, man. So I said about 2 weeks ago when we completed the first session, I got inspired to put up a post on Facebook, and that got some traction. I think I got over 1,200 views and about 40 comments. And out of
Mm,
that, I was able to add about 5 to 6 people to my list that I'm working on currently. And last weekend, I did another post on Facebook. I think I'm up to like 500 views and 40 comments. So that was
mm,
unusual for me. I've never really done that. And I think what I've discovered is people are hungry for good inspirational talks. And I have
mhm.
planned, like Brenda, to come online for about 2 to 3 times a week in a more strategic way, not selling, and just using the tips that you guys have shared with us,
Right.
just to create that intrigue and to give value first. And not only just help people, but it's going to help me in the long run. So I'm really appreciative of the push that I got. And I also kind of discovered my style is just more of a natural, hold the camera up, let it rip from the heart, not scripted. If I had to do that, I probably would not have done those videos um, because that's just not me right now. At least it's not me right now. So I kind of found exactly how I want to go social to speak.
I'm checking.
And that
I'm
also
on your
ties into
page
my
right now.
Instagram.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So yeah. So and I have it tied into my Instagram. So once I post on Facebook, it flows over to my Instagram story. No, not story, but my Instagram reel. So I'm
Mm.
learning all that. The goal is just to kind of put the time in, and I'm coming hard, man, because I got another great story that came out of that. I don't want to share that right now, but I saw that what I was sharing was actually helping people. And if you know me, that's really what I'm all about. And so I'm planning on bringing the pain as it relates to putting that information out there and let it touch people's heart and mind.
That's phenomenal, bro. That is absolutely phenomenal. And I looked at your page just now. I just took a quick look. You know, you don't really have any excuse to not be rocking social media because you have live-in tech support, right? I met your tech support team again last week at Mr. Bug's house, right?
Oh my gosh.
You
Yeah,
guys, you
she's
guys know
had
what tech support is, right? Teenagers.
yeah. The whole
Teenagers are
crew.
tech support, so there's they can teach you everything on how to
Absolutely.
be effective. But one of the things that Edson said that I want to key in on, and it's really powerful that you said this, is that you're just holding the camera up, right? So many people get caught up in what they need in terms of production value, right? They want to make sure it's
Right.
fancy and all that kind of stuff. And that the reality is that doesn't always serve you, right? The best thing that you can do, and the way these camera phones are these days, really the best thing you can do is just clean your lens and turn on the camera. And you're going to
Yep.
get great video. Like yours is excellent quality video. So
I
good, man.
totally agree. I
Absolutely.
totally
Well,
agree.
you know what? Well, what we talk about today is really going to bless you, sir. Is really, really going to bless you. And when you get a moment, go ahead and accept my friend request
Okay.
on Facebook. Don't leave a brother hanging out there with
Okay. I'll do it right now.
waiting for a friend. All right.
All right. Thank you.
Not asking for a friend, waiting for a friend. All right. Anybody else? One more person. One more person. What's up, Cynthia Oxidine? How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic, T. Gray. And
Good.
yourself?
What was
Well,
that?
on my as far as social media, I started posting more in the groups. I also posted live on the Facebook, and I didn't know within the rank up they have a leaderboard, and they actually gauge how much you're actually engaging. I'm like, what? so so I'm like, okay, I have to improve my engagement more.
Are you on the leaderboard now? Did you hit the leaderboard?
Um, I thought I did. Well, I'm looking for my phone. I had it plugged up
No,
here.
it's okay. I'm gonna pop in there now. I'm gonna see where you at.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna see where
Okay.
you at. See
I
if
think
you're
I
on the
got like,
leaderboard. Okay. Let's see. Oh, you're let's see. Do I see my girl on there? Yes, you are. You're on the 7-day leaderboard. You, my dear, are number 9. You're in the top 10.
I'm working on working on it.
Nice
I didn't
job.
know that was taking place because I'm like, okay, so I have to post over here, post over there, but I just like Brenda, I have to learn how to connect them all so I can post all at the same time, which is phenomenal. And you just reiterate how to go about doing it by using Chat GBT and say,
Mhm.
explain it to me like a 5-year-old.
Exactly. Just say, explain to me like I'm 5, or explain to me like I'm in 5th grade, or
Yeah.
explain it to me. My new thing is I'll say, explain it as if I know absolutely nothing about how to use Meta Business Suite, right? And then it'll, give you those step by steps. Because sometimes if it'll assume you have some basic knowledge. I'm like, no, just give it to me step by step. All right, well, good. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed that and that it's having a positive impact on there. And Cynthia, what you are discovering is the power of engagement, right? Um, and one of the things that's true in any group, even if it's just a messaging group like your team's WhatsApp group or Telegram group, is that the people who are the most engaged, those are the people who are going to win, right? And so there's always people who are spectators, and then there are people who are contributors. And I love how all of you are turning into contributors, and that is what's going to create some additional magnetism. All right, Jerry, you don't like what I'm saying? That's all right, brother. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in to our final topic, which is going live, going live. All right, we're going to round out our social media skill set with going live. And let's see, it'd be really good if I could find it on my desktop. That would be nice. Let's put this over here for now and see if we can see it. There we go. Found. All right, let's do this, people. Let's talk about going live for impact. And by the way, is this something you guys want to learn how to do? Anybody interested in how to go live and do it effectively?
Yes, sir, Mr. T. Gray. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Well, today is your day. Today is your
Absolutely.
okay. All righty. Here we go. And then let's see. Who is there anybody here who has been going live on a consistent basis? Is using that as part of their strategy? Anybody? Okay. Well, then you guys are going to get blessed. Let's do it. All right. So let's start by talking about why you want to go live, right? Because when you go live, if the first thing it does is it builds authority. And one of the things that you personally have experienced, maybe not consciously, is that people are drawn to experts. Does that make sense? Right? They're drawn to experts. And so what you're starting to do when you start going live on a consistent basis is establishing yourself as an expert and building your authority and also building a connection with the people. Okay. So that's important. Also, you're letting people feel you, right? You know, when you do the things that we've been talking about, and like Edson, like your video that you posted, now people start to feel you, right? They kind of get a sense of you from your post. You may post your lifestyle, things that you're doing out with family, et cetera, but they really get to feel you when you're on there talking. So maybe you do a video, right? But when you do a live, now it's just like it's a moment in time that you're actually doing this, and it allows people to get to feel you. And people want to feel you before they buy from you, right? Because people buy. Number one rule of sales is people buy from folks that they like, right? Now, it's a great way to build trust, and it's a great way to build influence. And what's super cool about it, Peg, is it's free. Doesn't cost anything, right? The only thing it costs is time and energy and thought. Now, here's one advantage. The algorithm loves lives, Mari. The algorithm loves live. So when you go live, that pushes to the top. And that's the thing. It's the one thing that the algorithm promotes more than anything when people are live, and all of your followers get notified that you are live at that particular moment, right? So how many of you guys follow HB? Right? So when he goes live on Wednesdays, right, you get a notification. Holton Bugs Official is live right now, right? Now, one of the main reasons that people don't go live, Yvonne, is because they feel like they're not going to get it right, right? They're worried about how it's going to come across, et cetera. And we want to take that off of you right now, Michelle, by letting you know you don't need to be perfect at this. You just need to be present, and you need to be passionate. That's it. You need to be present, and you need to be passionate. People don't get on there and talk about things you don't believe in, because that people are going to tell about. You'll be able to determine that. But if you're present, if you're focused on that live, when you're doing the live, that's what you're doing for the moment. Don't be doing anything else, and be passionate about what you're talking about. That's going to be effective. Okay. And going live is perfect for telling stories, for Q&A, and for updates. So what does that mean? You have a story, something happened in your business, something happened in your company, something happened in your group that is positive. Well, that can be the topic of a live. Hey guys, I want to tell you what happened this week. I'm so excited and proud of so-and-so. This is what happened. Or I want to tell you about what happened to me. I was in a coffee shop and I was sitting there, I was trading, and somebody came and looked over my shoulder, and we ended up having a really great conversation about it. And then take your time and go ahead and tell that story, right? So going live is a great place to tell a story, right? Or for you to say, hey, you know what? You know what I want to talk about today, folks? I just want to reflect back to maybe a year ago when I first got exposed to this trading education platform. And I remember coming to it and I didn't know anything at all about trading. I didn't know what the pretty blue, the blue and green and red things were. And I just thought it was, oh, so pretty. But now I know that those are candles and I know what they mean. And I am just blown away that I can look at a chart and I know what it means, right? And just go ahead and tell that story and how it makes you feel and how it makes you feel empowered and if you learn something big this week, hey, I just want to share one thing that I learned with this week, something about risk management. One reason that people don't trade is they're always afraid they're going to lose their money. Well, this week I learned about this thing called a stop loss, right? And the stop loss, what you can do with that is you can use that to automatically limit how much you're going to lose on any given trade, because losing is part of trading. Nobody wins 100% of the time, not even the pros, right? But if you can control it so that you lose less than you win, at the end of the day, when you add it up, it's in the positive column, right? So I learned about this thing called stop loss, and it's absolutely amazing, right? Or you can say, hey, you know what? I learned about this thing called a demo account. Now, this is crazy. It's like playing Monopoly in the trading game, right? Because it allows me to practice without using real money, and it allows me to practice my strategy. It allows me to learn and to see, am I getting it right without having to risk my actual money? And then when I get to a certain point, that's when I'm going to start trading a live account, And so you're just on there, you're just telling stories and, you're interacting with the audience because, people are going to make comments. And that'll give you an opportunity to interact. You can ask questions, et cetera, et cetera. And we'll dive into that in a little bit. But how many of you so far, this has already given you a whole bunch of ideas about what you can go live about? All right. Now, I want to give you one tip that we've talked about in previous weeks. I want to bring it forward into this week, which is this: plan your social media week, right? You heard me talk to Brenda about it earlier and say, take Sunday afternoon and plan your social media week, including what you're going to go live about. Now that could change because something might happen. Like let's suppose that Tuesday is your go live day. Well, something could happen on Monday that will totally give you a different topic to talk about. But at least if on Sunday afternoon, you've already decided what you're going to talk about on Tuesday. Does that make sense? Because that's another thing, Cynthia, that will keep you from going live. When it's live time, if you haven't already figured out what you're going to talk about, that is one thing that can keep you from going live. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I don't have anything to talk about. I'm confused. And you end up saying, okay, I'll try again next week. Right? So plan ahead of time. And also another thing with planning your topic, let's suppose you're going to go live on Tuesday or you're going to go live on Wednesday. If you identify what you want to talk about on Sunday, well, now you got a day or two to think about it. Right? And to have some conversation with yourself about what you're going to talk about. Is this helpful? All right, good. Let's keep going. So first, let's talk about your mindset, having the right mindset before going live, okay? One reason that people don't go live is they just feel like they're not good enough. And I'm here to tell you that you are. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. You are enough. Now, here's what you want to do. When you start feeling like you're not good enough, is because you're thinking about where you should be, not where you are. But we want you to speak from where you are, not from where you think you should be. Let's go back to the trading example, okay? Don't feel like, well, I can't go live and talk about trading because I'm not a master trader. Don't feel like I can't go live and talk about trading because I'm still losing money. I'm still losing trades, right? No, what you want to say is just go on and tell your story, speak your truth from where you are, right? That's all you're going to do, Mary. You're going to get if you are a student trader and you're learning, then don't get on there and represent yourself as an expert trader. Just say, hey, I'm learning. And in my lives, one of the things I want to do is I just want to, every week, I'm going to come back and I'm going to share with you one thing that I learned that's blowing my mind. Right. And so maybe Mary, this week you learned about support and resistance. Right. So when you go live, say, hey, you know what? I learned the most fascinating thing last week in my trading program, my trading class. I learned about this concept called support and resistance. And now I understand why these folks who are master traders are making so much money, because the charts are telling a story. And then you talk about what you learned from your notes about support and resistance without getting technical, without getting detailed. Remember, don't get bogged down in the weeds, but make it more of a story and a conversation. And boom, you talk about that. And so people are just on your journey, right? Like if we had a weight loss product, you just take people on your journey. You know, you don't have to have ripped abs to go live. You can have a big belly and say, hey, look, I'm inviting you guys to go on a journey with me. I'm starting to take this product and whatever. And then next week, you're like, hey, guess what? I lost 5 pounds last week. I've been taking this product. I've been exercising. I've been sleeping more. This is what's happened. Does that make sense? So that's how you don't have to feel like you need to be the end result. You take people on the journey with you. Okay. And remember that people are watching to connect, not to critique. Now, I'm not going to ever blow smoke up your skirt. I'm going to tell you that there are some bad people out there. There's like 2 or 3 bad people that move around, and they're going to want to get on your live potentially and be an asshole. All right. Don't worry about it. Okay. There's a couple of things you can do if that ever happens. Number one, you could ignore them. All right. Because what does fire need? Fire needs oxygen, right? So if you don't give it any oxygen, it'll go out. So that's one thing you can do. Some of you, if you're like me and you're an incredibly confrontational individual, you can attack them, right? I'm like, you don't ever want to come on my live and heckle. That's going to be a bad day for you. Right? Because I'm gonna go with you back and forth. You guys have seen this already. Yeah, so there's 2 schools, but if you do that, you gotta be ready to do that. If you're nervous, it's okay. Nervous is okay. It means that you care. Don't let that be a reason to not do it. And here's what I want you to do. Get on there with intention to help just one person. Donald, when you go live, just say, I just want to help one person today. If I can inspire one person a day to do something about their situation, if I can inspire one person a day to take a trip and say, and save some money, if I can inspire one person a day to start learning how to trade, that's my mission. Okay? How's that so far? Are we good?
We're good.
Good.
All right.
Yeah,
Cynthia's giving me the rank up thumbs up. I like it. All right. So let's keep it popping. Now let's get into the actual platforms. Okay. We're going to talk about Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. All right. Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So let's start with Instagram. When you go live, it shows up at the top of the stories. All right. So if any of you who use Instagram, even if you go on your Instagram right now, if anybody that you follow is live, you'll see their profile pic with the red circle and the word live at the bottom. Right. So you'll see that. Right. Also, you would have gotten a notification. If you have your notifications on, you get a notification so-and-so is live. So that's what's going to happen when you go live. Right. It's going to have your picture, a red circle, and it's going to say live at the bottom. And Yvette, if you've gone live on your Instagram, all of everybody who follows you is going to get a notification that says Yvette Turner is live. Okay. What's cool about Instagram is that you can bring on a guest on your live. Have you guys seen that before? Right. You can bring on a guest on your live. Now, the way that works, Cynthia, since you said you haven't seen it, is let's suppose you're going live, right? And I see it and I say I'm following you. I see you're live and I get on your live. It's going to ask me, it's going to say, it's going to have a little button that says ask Cynthia if you can join. Right. And if I click that, you'll see it. If you accept it, I'll actually be on your live with you. Right. So we've done that plenty of times. Like, for example, if you've ever seen Mark and I go live and we're in different locations, that's how we do it. Right. One of us goes live first, when the other one comes on and requests to join, they get accepted. Okay. So that could be a strategy for you to bring someone on your live. Right. So, for example, let's suppose, let's suppose, Dorcas, that you and Angel are trading partners. You guys could go live together. Right. You guys could go live together. And, you don't have, remember, you're working to build your authority. So you don't necessarily want to do it every week, but it's a good way to mix it up and bring on some credibility. Right. So, for example, let's suppose that, Ron, you're going live, and this week your topic is you got somebody in your group. Let's suppose that Topsy's in your group, and she did something big this week, and you just want to tell that story. You could have Topsy on your live with you to tell the story, right? And so that's another thing that you guys could do. Bring on a guest, right? Another cool thing about Instagram is that Instagram is going to save your lives as a reel afterward. So when you go to your feed, your profile page, that live is going to be there as a video. So there's going to be two types of people that see your live. They're going to people who see it when you do it and people who watch it later on, right? Holton goes live on Wednesdays, and he starts pretty early. I think 7:30, Mark, or something like that. Whatever. And maybe you can't watch it while he's doing it. Well, if you go back to the page, you'll see it. It's on there, and you can watch it later. And going live is also very good for lifestyle storytelling. Right. So Edson, you and your family just recently came back from someplace tropical. One of the things that you can do on, one of your next trips is you can go live, from poolside or beachside or from your patio and, and do your live remotely that way. Okay. So that's Instagram, everybody. Everybody good? Let's go to Facebook. Let's talk about Facebook. When you go live on Facebook, it's going to notify all your friends and all your followers. Okay. Because of the nature of Facebook, you actually have a higher chance of real-time interaction. Okay. Because this group, the demographic of Facebook is slightly older. And they're more likely to just be responsive and interact with you. Who said that they were doing the groups? Who was that? Was that you, Cynthia? That said you were. What's cool about when you go live on Facebook is you can share it to groups, and you can share it to pages, right? So that's super cool as well, and it's very good for education. It's very good for inspiration on Facebook. Okay, it works pretty much the same way as Instagram. They're owned by the same company, but you're going to get a different level of result from Facebook. Okay. TikTok. Any TikTokers here? Any want to be TikTokers? Okay, Ron. Okay, good. So you can go live on TikTok too. However, to go live on TikTok, you have to have 1,000 TikTok followers or more. All right. Diamond Tier just said he's on there more now. You got to get to 1,000 followers before you can go live on TikTok. Okay. So that your first order of business, if you're going to be on TikTok, is to grow your audience. But once you get to 1,000 followers, you got real-time interaction. It's great for, all the same things we've been talking about: trending topics, motivation, education. And it's a great place when you're in flow and you're starting to have some momentum. It's a great place to grow yourself. Okay. So that's TikTok. I suspect that most of this group is going to be Instagram and Facebook. But TikTok is a good place for you to do this as well. All right. So now let's talk about the 5 principles of a great live. I'm going to give you guys a formula. Okay? All right. The first is you want to start strong. This is for all the marbles. You want to start strong. Okay? In the first 10 seconds, you want to say your name and what the live is about. Hi, my name is Michelle Wakefield. So excited that you guys are joining me today. I'm going to tell you a story about what I learned in my trading class last week. Hi, everybody. My name is Peg. I want to welcome you to my Instagram Live. Today, I want to talk about what's going on in my decision to create extra income by starting my own business. Hi, everybody. My name is Donald Nutt. Welcome to my Instagram Live. Today, I want to talk about how much money I just saved on my trip with this crazy platform called iGo. Hi, everybody. My name is Cynthia Quates. Welcome to my Facebook Live today. Today I'm going to celebrate my team member, Jackie Phillips, for what she accomplished last week. Folks, you want to stay tuned because what she did last week was absolutely phenomenal and praiseworthy. And I want you to join me in celebrating her today. Start strong, say your name and what the live is about in the first 10 seconds, right? You want to hook the viewer immediately. Hi, my name is Mary Foxworth, and I am a trading student. I'm learning to trade. And today I'm going to talk about what I learned in the last week. Every week I come on here and I tell you a little bit about what I learned. But I want you guys to know that when I go live, this is about real talk about how you can make money from your phone. Now, if you just want your phone to be a toy, if you just want your phone to be someplace you go to scroll and a place where you lose time, my live is not the place for you. If you want your phone to pay you, you want to tune in whenever you see me live. Mary smiling. Like that, huh? Right? That's it. That's the first principle of a great live. Start strong. All right. Second, you like it?
Yes.
Good, Jackie. What else, Jackie?
It just gives me content and flow and ideas on what I can do.
Yeah, there you go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Jackie, take the pressure off of yourself. It's so hard to come up with content with an idea in the moment, right? Like there's been a couple of rare occasions where it's Saturday morning and we haven't planned out flight school. And Mark is like, T, what are we talking about today? And I'm like, right? But you can see how strong we can come when we're prepared. We've obviously thought about this, right? This started 3-4 weeks ago now. We put together a whole training. This topic, we already had some stuff down, but yesterday I did a little more research, thought about it, got up early today, made sure it's all together so I can speak with confidence. That preparation is always the key, right? So Jackie, if you make it a mode where, okay, Sunday afternoon is when I'm going to plan my social media attack for the week. You plan your post, you plan your live topic. Girlfriend, when you get on live, it's going to rock because you've already thought about it. You're not trying to wing it. You've already thought about it. You see what I'm saying, guys? All right. So the second principle of a great live is to tell a story. And we've already mentioned this. So, talk about your journey, talk about somebody else's journey, right? And remember this, problem solution. That's a formula. Herb, that's a formula. Problem solution. Because as unique as we would like to believe that we are, Vani, there are other people out there with the same problems, right? There are other people out there that are stuck at a level in their job that they can't get past. So there's other people out there working jobs that they hate. There's other people out there where they got too much month and not enough money. You know, there's other people out there that want more time freedom. They make great money, but they can't go anywhere because they can't get away from that job or they can't get away from that company. Right. So always talk problem solution. Hey, this is why I decided to do this. Why did I decide to join Ibüümerang? Well, because of this X, Y, and Z. Maybe some of you are dealing with the same issue. And here's what this has done for me. Right? Or why did I decide to learn how to trade? Well, here's what I was dealing with. Here's where I was. And here's what I'm dealing with. And by the way, I will tell you this. Here's, what were some of the things that were holding me back? What were some of the things that that had me a little intimidated? It's okay to talk about those things because I'm telling you, they're the same things that other people are intimidated by. And when you tell how you overcame that and what your experience is now, you're probably going to inspire some people to be like, hey, you know what? Okay, right? And you always want to make sure that you are working if he can do it or if she can do it, I can do it factor. Okay? Always. So excellent with that. All right. So that's number 2, tell a story. Number 3. Oh, sorry. Where'd it go? So story, product demos, testimonials, team wins, business breakdown. Okay? All right. Number 3, deliver value. Okay? You want to educate, you want to inspire, but you don't want to just go live to be live. That's a surefire way to make sure nobody comes back. Okay? You ain't talking about nothing. Okay? That's why I'm saying if you plan and you have some time to think about it, your live is going to come across really well. Also, don't go live just to sell. Remember, educate, inspire, deliver value. You will be able to sell something, but don't just be on there like a commercial because people will tune you out. All right. So what are some things you can talk about? You can talk about mindset. So Cynthia looks up, she goes, okay, how do you do that? Well, maybe you're talking about your trading journey. Let's go back to that. Right. You say, so you know what? Today I want to talk about, I'm learning so much and I'm getting so empowered by what I'm learning in my trading academy, which is called Elevate, by the way. That I want to talk today about how this almost didn't happen. I almost talked myself out of this because I looked at this and I'm like, well, I don't know anything. I'm not a financial guru. I don't have a finance background. I'm not from Wall Street. I was thinking how I didn't want to lose my money. And it just looked hard. And I almost talked myself out of the blessing of learning this skill. So what I want to talk about today is our mindset and how we can be our own worst enemy sometimes. And now you talk about something like that. and you've already planned the topic out, you've already thought it through, and now you can be a blessing to folks. Does that make sense? Diana says, I just gave her an idea of connecting an experience she posted about this week with her mindset of training. Absolutely. Absolutely, Diana. I know you're going to rock it, right? And you're going to rock that. Okay. Travel hacks. So maybe you save some money on IGO. You're on a trip. I'm going to answer that. So in just a little bit. Maybe you save some money on IGO and you're on a trip. So now you go live and you want to talk about, hey guys, here I am. This is here I am. I'm in Cancun. This is Ron Petty. I'm in Cancun. And I'm so excited because look at this. And you wave the camera around and say, look at this amazing resort, right? Would you believe that I saved 15% on my room, right? So on my total reservation, I saved $200. That means that there are people who are in the room to the left of me and room to the right of me that paid $200 more than I did for the exact same room. So I'm so excited that I was able to save some money, right? Now, what I want to talk about today is a travel tip. I'm in Cancun for the weekend, and for the first time, I managed to plan to only pack one roller bag suitcase, right? Normally, I was that person that if I was going away for 15 minutes, I'd have to have like 3 big suitcases. But I figured out how to get what I needed into just one suitcase. And maybe you're a kind of person like me, that like I used to be, that if you went on a trip and thieves broke in your house and they went in your closet, there's nothing for them to get because you took it all with you just in case, right? But here's what I figured out. I figured out, you know what? I stopped and I thought about it. And I said, you know what? Every time I've ever gone to one of these like Caribbean destinations or whatever, I take all this stuff, but I end up wearing literally my swim trunks the whole time. I wake up in the morning, I put on my swim trunks, and then sometimes I even wear my swim trunks to dinner, right? Because, you know, they dry and they're like nice shorts. So I said, you know what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to bring 2 pairs of swim trunks, 2 pairs of shorts, and 1 pair of dress pants, just in case I do need to dress up, right? And just a bunch of shirts. And because I did that, guess what? I was able to get everything in one suitcase, right? That's a travel hack topic. How to save money, what Elevator's done for you, any type of thing. You bought something with your trading money, right? You're on a trip and you bought your airline ticket with the money you made trading. Talk about that, right? These are some things that you can do to deliver value. Does that make sense? All right, cool. Number 4, engage the audience. So the cool thing about lives is, unlike a reel or just a plain video, it doesn't have to be a one-way conversation. Now you can engage the audience, right? So for example, you can tell the audience, hey, if anybody here ever wanted to work from your phone or make money with your phone, drop a fire emoji or drop a $, drop the bag of money emoji in the chat. As people join your live, greet them. Hey, Cynthia, I see you. Welcome to my live. Today we're talking about X, Y, and Z. Oh, Angel's here. Look at that. What's up, Angel? How are you? Good to see you on here with us today. So guess what? Today I'm going to tell you a story about what I learned in my trading class last week. When people comment, hey, Donald, that's right. You're exactly right. Sometimes we do let our fear keep us from doing whatever. But that's how you keep it interactive, right? And then they also have features. If you feel real froggy, learn how to use the Q&A, learn how to use the polls, if those tools are available in your version of Instagram. Does that make sense, Michelle? Awesome. All right. When you end your live, you want to end with a simple call to action. Not a complex call to action, because sometimes we can do that, but a simple call to action. All right. So, Driss, the way you would do that is you say something like, hey, so if you want to see what I'm doing, if you want to know how I save $200 on my room, just DM me with the word travel. If you want to know why my trip cost me $200 less than the people in the same room to the left and the same room to the right, just DM me travel and I'll make sure you know. You're talking about Bill Genius. Hey, you want me to help you save some money on your bills? Just comment me. All right. A complex call to action so is when you put multiple things together and you have people doing multiple things, right? That doesn't work with lives. Remember, these people are on social media. Their attention span is like this big, right? So, for example, at the end of this training, I have a complex call to action, meaning that it's got like 3 or 4 things that I'm gonna ask you to do. But a simple call to action is just one thing. DM me the word travel. You want me to help you save money on your bills? Just comment me or click the link in my bio. All right. Driss is funny. He's like, a complex call to action is like a brunch. Exactly. Lots of things, right? Lots of things. Good job. I like that. All right. So it is time for us to do a breakout. And what we're going to do in this breakout is we're going to plan our lives. We're not going to plan your live like plan your life. You're plan your go live. Right? Not yet, DJ Gorilla. All right. Yeah, exactly. We got music coming up, right? So here's what I want you to do. By the way, this is an example of a complex call to action. There's 4 things here, right? What's your live going to be about? What story will you tell? What will your call to action be? And write down the first 30 seconds of your live intro. Practice it out loud with the group. All right, I gave you a bunch of examples, so we practice out loud with the group. And so I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question because I think you need to know this before you go into the live. Your live shouldn't be more than 20 minutes. It should not be more than 20 minutes. 5 minutes is too short. 10 minutes can work. 15 is probably the sweet spot, and 20 is the max. Okay? All right. So how many people do we have here? Are we going to do? All right. So we're going to break you guys out into groups now. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Breakout rooms. All right. Now, here's just a tip. Remember, once we click the go to the breakout room button, it's going to pop something up on your screen. You have to accept to go in the breakout room. Otherwise, you'll be stuck here with me and Mark. And trust me, that's not what you want for your life. All right, here we go.
Oh my God.
All right, Lynn, Sean, You got to accept your room. And Tierra, we're going to send you over to room 6 so you can help those folks over there, okay? You just got to accept it though. All right. And let's see. I'm going to take a look at some of these rooms. Mark, you want to go help the people in room 2?
Yes, sir.
Can you move? Are you able to move yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
What's up, bro?
You're up. You're what's up. Ice, ice, baby. Gregory, I see you jamming to my music. Gregory Brown's like, hey, hey, I see you.
Mix Mac the Mark.
Yes, indeed. I'm trying to get rid of these Costa Rica blues.
There's that beautiful Diana Hardy.
Hey, she's gonna have Bitcoin and beyond today.
For sure. Well, shizzle.
Yep.
And we want to give a huge happy birthday shout out to Diamond, Mr. Trey Harris. Everybody give him some love today.
Happy birthday, Diamond Trey Harris.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Diamond, Mr. Trey Harris, happy birthday. Appreciate it. Pierre always put me on the spot. He know I don't like the spotlight like that. but you're looking good though.
Yes.
That's right.
Go ahead and sing him happy
birthday.
birthday since he don't know.
He's looking good.
Donald Nutt, what's up, brother?
I'm awesome. How are you?
I'm great, man. Thank you, everybody.
You're welcome.
Definitely welcome.
Happy birthday.
Dear Trey,
Happy birthday to you.
and many more.
All right, I better stick to driving.
Hey, hey. Happy birthday to you.
I thought T-Gray was gonna say
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
That's so cute.
Oh, Lord.
That's nice.
It is.
All right. Happy
Let's
birthday,
go.
Trey.
Let's grow, baby.
We're gonna hit you with the big old kid's birthday. Because we're all kids inside. Wait a minute. What are we doing here? Stop already. Oh my goodness. Okay. Runaway DJ. All right. You guys did great in that breakout. How was it for you?
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I loved it, man. It was nice.
Right.
Yes, it was good. But,
Go ahead, Diana.
Definitely marvelous.
yeah.
Because you talked about how not to overthink it. One of the things we talked about in our breakout, one of our members was talking about how her voice gets shaky when she does a live and how she's really nervous and she just shuts her live off. And I said, that's the perfect time and topic to talk about. Do you think you're the only one that gets nervous about doing lives? So why don't you do a live about being nervous going live?
Hey.
And so she agreed and committed to doing that. And I said, you could even go live with another person doing a joint live and you can talk about it. Since I am not nervous going live, that's something that we said that we could do together if she chooses, but she can always do it herself. And so I thought this was very valuable breakout.
Oh man, that's very, very good. 100% Diana. And you know what? One of the things that I've learned from Mr. Boggs is this. Whatever you do over and over again, you get good at. All right. Whatever you do over and over again, you get good at. The problem is most people will do like what you described. They will go, it's a nerve-wracking experience, and so they quit and then they don't do it again. But if you keep doing it, what's going to eventually happen is you are going to get comfortable in front of the camera.
Oh, look at that.
You will get comfortable in front of the camera. It'll just become like, hey, this is what it is, right? You know, believe it or not, you know, Mr. Bugs talks about how he still gets nervous every time he goes on stage. And you know what? So do I, right? But I've done it so many times that it's natural now. I you know, stage is where I belong, right? And I have a little bit of nerves in the beginning, not like before where I had like some bona fide stage fright, like, oh my God, right? You know, right now, the biggest thing that, biggest fear I have on going stage is that my garage door is going to be open. So I just need to make sure I check that before I go out on stage. But other than that, we're good to go. You know what I mean? Is TMI? Okay, probably.
No, I did a whole
TMI.
presentation like that one time to somebody told me that my garage was open. I'm standing up there loud and proud. I'm like, I didn't feel. My wife said, "Didn't you feel the draft?" I said, "No." But I had to do the opening part of the presentation. I'm standing up there and I'm going for it. I'm just giving it.
Oh my God, Gregory.
Hey.
So that's really funny. So you were about to ask what? What were you about to ask?
Oh, 20 minutes. I was telling Mark.
Draft.
You said 20 minutes to do. I can't do 20 minutes. I can be a puppy for 20 minutes, but I can't be a beast.
Oh. Well, you know what? Here's what happens. Puppies, all beasts start out as puppies. All right? Puppies grow up into beasts. And the way you become a beast is you just keep doing it. Right? And maybe you don't start out at 20 minutes. You start out
my closing is almost 20 minutes. I showed him how I normally close. That's almost 20 minutes by itself.
No, well then you need to fix that, Gregory.
I see. That's why I told Mark. I said T-Gray is ruining my life with his little bald headed stuff. I said it. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I ain't scared. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland. I ain't scared.
Don't be scared. And I'm coming for your life with my little bald headed self. I love it. I love it. So I was in the room with So and Jerry. So Jerry, can you unmic yourself for a second, unmute yourself for a second, and just tell everybody what you got out of this training so far and the breakout?
Well, I just got a good idea how to start my one-way conversation, mentioning the fact that I was just learning about trading and how I had been afraid to ever try to trade because fear of losing money and lack of knowledge and everything. And how I was just starting with the help of some close friends to learn how to do it.
Mm-hmm. That, you know what? I really love that you said close friends, right? Because one of the fears that people have, Jerry, is, doing it alone. And you said, hey, I'm learning this with some people who have become close friends. That's very good, Jerry. Put that in your notes and remember to say that in your live. That's very good, sir. Glad we could be a blessing to you today. We're So-So, unmute yourself. Tell everybody what you're getting out of this.
You gave me more of an idea on how to do a call up to action. Because I really needed to become better with that. I spoke about how I have an idea of talking about how it scared me to sell, and how being part of a community you gave me the idea to say, if you want help in your self-confidence and getting encouragement, and having others cheer for you, because a lot of us do miss that, having cheerleaders in our life and, speaking to us positively, then comment me in the chat or DM me. So yeah, that's what I got from it.
Absolutely love it. And you know what, so you keep asking about call to action, and I want to share something that just came to mind that will help you. Okay. There is a scripture in the Bible that says, if the trumpet sounds an unclear signal, who will get ready for battle? Right. And it's referring to the time when you ever see those old movies where for war, they would just like line up across from each other. And then somebody would give a signal and everybody just run in the middle and start fighting and trying to kill each other. Right. Well, the signal was given typically by a trumpet, and the trumpet, they had different sounds that they would make that meant different things, right? Like might mean charge, right? Might mean retreat, right? And so if the trumpet guy goes out there and goes, you got all the soldiers gonna be like, huh, what am I supposed to do? Right? So your call to action is like the trumpet signal. It needs to be crystal clear so people know exactly what to do. And on a live, you can only ask them to do one thing.
Okay.
Right. All right. So hopefully that's helpful to everybody. Good stuff. Thank you, So.
Thank you.
So after I made So nervous, I went and I left and I went to go make Jackie Phillips nervous. Where's Jackie Phillips? What are you?
Yes, here I am.
What was your takeaways from the breakout session and the training so far?
Well, most importantly, what I can share, something that's a safe conversation, and that's my Elevate journey, where I started, why I was afraid, why I hesitated, what I thought I didn't know, and just the comfort of being able to, and I know you shared, conversationally, how you can just be authentic and just share yourself.
Man, I love that. I absolutely love that. Good stuff, Jackie Phillips. And if I had a little more time, we were running out of time. If I had a little more time, I would have found where Topsy was and came and made Topsy nervous too. So Topsy, tell everybody what you got out of the breakout session and what you get out of today so far.
All sorts of things, really. I like that I'm not, this may not sound terribly positive, but it's good for me to learn that I'm not the only one feeling somewhat unsure of myself, so we say.
Mm-hmm.
And whilst I appreciate that may not sound very positive, for me it helps to know I'm not the only one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's quite important also from the point of view of doing things like lives. You're not the only one. You're not the only one to feel whatever it is you're feeling. It's something that a lot of people will be feeling. So
you know what, Topsy? That's not positive at all, actually. It's human.
Yeah.
And that's what people are going to be drawn to. They're going to be drawn to your humanity. And we all do things when we see someone that we can relate to do it. Right? Either it's somebody who's just like us, and that's an inspiration. Okay, well, if that person can do it and I can relate to them, they're just like me, then I can do it, right? Or it could be somebody that we're like, well, hell, if they can do it, then I sure as hell can do it, right? But either way, there's a level of relating that drives people to behavior. And now what you're doing is you're making an impact by not being afraid to share that you're afraid.
Yes.
I love you for that. That's awesome. Peg, you were really nodding when she was talking. What are your thoughts on that, my love? You got to unmute yourself. There's at the bottom of your Zoom, there's probably a thing that looks like a microphone, and it's got a red line through it. Just click it and there you go.
Am I live now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I was nodding my head because that's kind of where we concluded where I'm at is I like how Donald said, hey, a lot of people could relate to you if you're starting over. I've been in the group here for 5 years and attempted travel. and never did anything. And then I learned a lot. And then I loved Elevate, and then my focus, I upline it, you know, all that story. So it's like I've been staying near the fire. Flight school, everybody's been gone, so I'm hanging in there for some reason. And you said 3 weeks ago it would be the part one where you need to have a goal, and it's like I've lost that goal because I you know, commit, but yet I still show up, and I know you're going to ask these questions, and which is so good because it's making me face, okay, am I going to make the choice, or am I going to sit here and be frozen in time? You know, and I want to do Elevate. So what the call to action, kind of like it was Topsy, I think, was just on, you know, this is real and raw. Just start my journey over. Just start from the beginning and tell people, this is my journey. I'm starting. You can start with me. You can watch me or DM me and see how it's going, how you'd like to get started. So we'll see.
I love it, Meg. I love it. That's powerful. And by the way, you dropped a major success bomb without realizing it.
Okay.
You said I stayed near the fire.
Oh yeah.
Right. And that's really the key, right? You know, I'm sure you've heard us use the expression that some people are too cool for school, right? And those are the people that say, I don't need to be on flight school. I don't need to go to events. I don't need to comment in the groups or whatever. And those are typically the people that they blow away like dandelions, right? It's those of us that stay connected, that stay in the fire, that last, right? And every business goes through cycles. Every business goes through cycles of extreme success and then valleys, extremes. Like, for example, if you take Tesla right now, Tesla, one of the biggest companies on the planet, is in a valley. They're in a valley right now. You know, they're dealing with backlash on their leader. There's a word. They're dealing with backlash on their leader. That's affected how their company is performing, et cetera. But, you know, they'll get through it. I mean, if anybody thinks Tesla's going to go out of business, they are absolutely fooling themselves, right? You know, if the stock is down, I'd probably say it's on sale. Probably a good time to buy it, maybe. Don't, not investment advice. But in any event, you know, the way that you overcome those times is you just stay near the fire. You stay near the fire. So I love you for that, Peg. Thank you so much for sharing from your heart today. And let's go ahead and continue so we can go ahead and wrap this up and get you guys back to your Saturday. We're close to done on this. I have just a little bit more to share with you, and the party will be over, and then you guys are going to miss me.
We're not going to miss you.
You're going to miss me the most, Mark, because you're all the way in California.
Yes.
I'm like, dude, I don't remember saying okay to that. I just want you to know. Not that you need my permission, but still. Yeah. All right. Next up. So you want to have a game plan that allows you to be consistent. A game plan that allows you to become consistent. What did Diana say? 2 of my prospects are becoming members because you stayed plugged in and they saw you stay committed. Exactly. By the way, when you quit, it is more damaging because then what people say is, I told you. That's why I didn't join you. I knew you weren't going to make it. Right? But when you stay, eventually they break and they're like, okay, there must be something to it. Right? And that's what's happening with Diana. That's good stuff. Bitcoin was 16,000 in 2023. Today it's 100. I don't want to talk about that because I've had multiple opportunities to buy Bitcoin, even when it was less than $1,000. And so I really don't want to revisit that pain today. I kind of revisit it every day. Somebody brings my attention to this. Thank you, Diana, but no thank you. All right. Game plan for consistency. Right? So you want to have a plan to be consistent.
Oh my God.
Pick your day that you're going to go live and go live every week on the same day and time. Okay. In the beginning, let me warn you guys, in the beginning, you might be live by yourself or only have one or two people there with you. Don't worry about that. Okay. As you become consistent, you will have more and more people live. And don't forget that every time you go live, you are making a reel that's going to live on your page that people can and may watch later. Okay. So remember that as well. Okay. And by the way, I know we said keep it under 20 minutes. That doesn't mean you have to go 20 minutes. You don't have to go 20 minutes. 5 is too short. But you can go, 7, 10, 15 minutes. Okay. Now if you're going to go live, let's say you're going to go live on Wednesday, promote it on Tuesday, put it in your stories. Going live tomorrow at X time, going live on Wednesday at X time. Let's talk side income or some type of hook, right? Going live Wednesday at 6 p.m. You won't believe what happened in trading last week. It's okay to be a little sensational. Going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. You won't believe how scared I was. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. Going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Something crazy happened to me this week. I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. Going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Got to tell you about my breakthrough. Going live on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Learned something that blew my mind. Can't wait to share it with you. You guys get the idea? You get the formula? Right? You're giving a reason for people to go live or to show up on your live. Looking for something. Ever wanted to know how to go live in the best way on social media? Jump on today's flight school and we'll teach you how. Your messages need to be designed to help people take action. And if you don't know what to say, ask ChatGPT to help you. Okay? And with your call to action and pro tip, reuse your lives as content. Chop them up for reels and carousels, right? So Diana, you go live and maybe you go for 20 minutes talking about, Bitcoin and timing or whatever, right? Well, now you can take that video, because remember, it gets downloaded to your phone too, and you can chop it up and you can post snippets or you can post stories out of that. Or you can make shorter reels out of that. So those are just some things you can do. But bottom line is the most important word on this. What is the most important word on this slide?
Promote.
Consistency.
Who said that?
Consistency.
Game plan.
Yvonne.
Yvonne, consistency. Consistency is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you get all these things right. The most important thing you can do is to be consistent. Okay? All right. Guess what? Mark and I are in the business of giving you the tools that you need. So guess what? These tips for going live are on a worksheet. If you scan this QR code, you can download it. I know you guys have been taking notes fast and furious, but we got the notes for you. All right. So go ahead and scan that. We'll leave it up for a second. Those of you who don't know how to scan, take a picture of it. And you can typically long press on the picture and it'll open the website. Yep. Diane, I was today years old when I learned that trick.
Oh, me too. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Because I don't know. Have you ever done it where you kind of scan it and then you try to press the little website that comes up and it goes away and you got to figure out how to try again and you try again? Just take a picture of it. And then you long press on the QR code in the picture and your phone will say, you want me to open this up in your browser? It's wild. It's wild. All right, everybody. So let's wrap this up. We're done with social media training. It took us 3 weeks, three sessions to do it, but we did good. And your mission. So here's my complex call to action. Here we go. Everybody screenshot this. Post once a day, or if you, whatever schedule you choose, like Brandon says she's doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, that's fine. But post once a day or on a schedule like that. Follow the 5-3-1 rule. Who can tell everybody what 5-3-1 is about? What's 5-3-1?
Follow 5, comment on 3, and I think post 1, I think.
One DM, right?
One DM.
One DM. All right. Follow 5, comment 3, DM 1. Start 3 new conversations a day. Go live once in the week and just track your results somehow on a simple sheet or a planner. Okay. All right. So that's your assignment. You know, we don't want this to just be a fun training series. Now we want you to actually go and do it. Okay. And again, we many of you have already downloaded this, but the social media playbook that has the whole training, with the exception of this part, is there. We'll update it to include some of these slides. But there you go. You can scan that, and that'll give you the social media playbook if you don't already have it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is our social media training. How do we do?
Excellent.
Awesome. Awesome.
Fantastic.
This was
Awesome.
a great session.
Great.
Loving it.
Well, I hope it really helps everybody here to be successful. I hope that helps everybody here to be successful with their social media. I hope we help some people get over their fears. Don't forget, 11 o'clock Central Time. My champion, my superstar, Diana Hardy, is doing Bitcoin and beyond, because Bitcoin has just been rocking our world over the past week. Diana, you're going to talk about the impact of news. You're not?
No, we have a lot of new people on who Bitcoin, so that may be a bit too much to discuss.
Okay. Hey, you're the teacher. We follow you on that one. All I know is I was in a buy, and then somebody started shooting missiles. And there was no buy anymore, right?
Yeah, they get too scared, so we won't really talk. I really let it flow based on who's on the call.
Well, the answer to that one is stop
Have
loss.
a stop loss.
Have a stop loss, right? Because you just never know. All right. Well, good. Well, Diana, I'll tell you right now, thank you so much. You've been an incredible blessing to everybody, and we love you, and we appreciate you. And everybody, we had a great day, great time today. Diamond Trey, Diamond Tier, I want you guys to have a chance to take the floor before we wrap this up. You have any parting shots for everybody?
Yes, I do actually. Of course, I had the opportunity to talk to Michelle and Trey Harris, and we were having a discussion in regards to this topic of the social media. For those that are on here and you're having the challenge of just doing it, I'm gonna tell you, like I told them earlier today, when I'm out just doing things and I just have that idea, that spark of the moment to share something, count to 3 and just do it.
Okay.
Count to 3.
Count to 3 and just do it.
And just do it. You know what that reminds me of, Tierra? We went to Jamaica for my mother-in-law's birthday. And we did the thing where you kind of hike up the mountain, and in the mountain there's a pool of water and there's a cliff. And you jump off the cliff into the pool. And it was really high. And the reason I know it was really high is because when people were jumping off, I was counting how long it took for them to hit the water. And when I got to 75 Mississippi, I'm like, that's a long drop. Right? But, I just got up there and I said, you know what, I'm going to do it. And I did what you said. I counted to 3 and I just jumped. And now, granted, it took so long to get down. I had a birthday on the way down and read a whole book. But eventually, I hit the water and I did not die. So, like Tierra said, count to 3 and just do it.
Yeah, because
wrote a whole book on the way down.
Yeah, because honestly, man, I relate to a lot of you when it comes to, man, I don't want to do it, or I feel nervous, or your throat start getting all shaky. Just count to 3 and just do it.
Count to 3.
And the more you do it, I'm telling you, your confidence is gonna go up. One, your self-respect is gonna go up, and that's gonna help you out in so many different areas. But once you just get in the habit of just doing it right away and don't procrastinate on it, you feel 10 times better.
Man.
When I go and do my run in the morning, I know there's a certain turn point where I know it's time for me to go ahead and do it. And you just do it. Don't think about it, just do it. And whatever message that you give it y'all. If you mess up, so what? Most people don't even know that you messed up.
That's right.
They so concerned about, oh, I can't do that. No, you just gave them some inspiration and motivation to go and do something different. Keep doing it.
I love
Keep doing it.
I love it. Thank you, T. Appreciate you, sir. Absolutely. You guys heard it from Diamond Tierra. Diamond Trey down in Hotlanta, Georgia. You have anything for the people? Did we lose him? We may have lost him. By the way, down in Atlanta, there's a big event happening this week. The wedding of Jayla and Zach. That's happening on Sunday. So let's send them good vibes, positive vibes, good energy, and pray for beautiful weather. All right, you guys absolutely rock. We love you guys. I'm going to miss you. Hopefully you miss me back, but we'll see you next Saturday. And God knows, God only knows what Mark is going to do for them announcements next week. All righty. See you guys.
Thank you.
Have a great week.
Have a good
Wonderful
weekend.
week.
Fantastic.
Have a fabulous weekend.
Thank
Stretch
you.
yourself.
Have a great week, everyone.
Have a great weekend.
Have a wonderful week.
We miss
Keep
you
booming,
already,
everybody.
T. Gray. Thank you.
Love y'all.
You as well.
All the time it's worth it. Made $1 million on the celly, and it all turned out perfect. Too many blessings, they coming my way. I need a crib with a pool and a gate. I can't let none of my time go to waste. It ain't a race, but I picked up the pace. I had a lot on my plate. I just want it to be great. It's been a long time, I can't wait. So I had to elevate. I need me the stars in a race. Yeah, it's gonna come, I got faith. Buy it for the low and so when it's high. Know I gotta get the bank when I trade. Elevate, 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 elevate. Elevate, 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 elevate. I had to elevate, get about my comfortable zone. Nobody else gon' do it for me. I had had to do it on my own. Yeah, this is the life that I chose. Everything I touch turn to gold. Greatest story ever told. Yeah, I'ma tell them how it go. Hey, yeah, every day I gotta elevate. Show them how it's done, I demonstrate. I'm going up cause I levitate. Put in my all, I dedicate. I just had to find a better way. I stay on my grind like every day. I elevate, I elevate, I elevate. I had a lot on my plate. I just want it to be great. It's been a long time, I can't wait. So I had to elevate. I need me the stars in a race. Yeah, it's gonna come, I got faith.